coaches talk about this win here, especially after a tough first period. How did you guys kind of come back around and really take control of the latter half of the game?
Yeah, the players have already said they don't want to see video from the first period, so we'll see how that goes. But I just love the response from our group. I thought, the first 40 weren't us as a team, and I think that the players decided that they were going to play our style of game in the third, and it's a hard style to play against. And at the end of a road trip like this, I think to have that type of response in the third, I give a lot of credit to them, the positivity on the bench, and just the will and desire to get it done.
Abby, we've always talked to you a lot about being a Michigander, even though you're from the UP. Give us some slack on that. But seeing over 15,000 come here to Detroit, the passion, the energy for both teams, it just seems like the inevitable is going to happen soon, right?
Yeah, I think this market, ever since the first year, has done really well in these takeover games. I think Michigan wants a women's hockey team, definitely in general. The amount of young girls who are at the game who play hockey in Michigan, it does seem kind of, to me, like a perfect fit. But it was really amazing to see the fans, how into it they are. I think everybody's got signs. It's a really passionate fan base, and I'm really excited if in the future they get a team.
Laura, obviously playing in Laval, you guys have sold out crowds every night. You've obviously played at the Bell Center and everything. Where does this energy and this atmosphere at LCA kind of rank among those?
Yeah, I think every time you go to a new market, it's amazing to see the new fans, the young kids who maybe have their first PWHL game or the first Victoire game. I think that's pretty special to see. I know there was a lot of signs out there tonight cheering us on specifically, and who knew we had fans in Detroit, but it's amazing. I think to see the PWHL, to see women's hockey thriving in all of these different markets that we get to go on, it makes the road trip pretty special for sure.
And you guys have you've now tied the PWHL record for consecutive games with a point at 11 with Toronto from year one. How have you managed that, Laura? Maybe I'll ask you, with the injuries that have been in the room, some of the adversity coming back from the Olympics. How have you guys managed to put together this stretch, and what's been the mentality in the room, coming through some of those injuries?
Yeah, I would just say a whole lot of character. We could have been down and out easily in that first period. Obviously, Anne stood on her head, and just the resilience in that locker room. You're right, we have been going through it here. It's not an excuse, and I think we said that in the locker room. We're here. We came all the way to Detroit. We went to Winnipeg, Minnesota. We're in it. Let's stay present. Let's enjoy it. And let's not make excuses. Of course, we would love to be healthy and have no injuries and have that perfect lineup and game and not make any mistakes and come out and score in the first, but that's not realistic. And I think the character and the integrity in that room, it's been pretty special to see over this stretch, and we never count us out. And I think we just keep standing up. We get another injury, we get another something, a little bump in the road, and somebody else steps up. And I think you saw that tonight. You've seen that in the last 6, 7, 8, 9 games. And I think that's exactly what this team's all about, is who can step up, who can help out, and how can we stick together to win hockey games here.
Corey, obviously Montreal's been in this situation before, battling for the top 2 spots in the league. What do you want to see from this team in the last few weeks of the year to know that, hey, we can make a good playoff run after a couple of early exits in the last couple of postseasons?
Yeah, I think it's just about, we talked a little bit about as a group, it's going to take a collective effort regardless of what our roster looks like. And I think if we have that mindset that everyone just brings their strength to our game, and if they do that, we don't need magic, we don't need more, but we certainly can't settle for less. And so for us, it's about consistently putting games together, building that proof and evidence that we can battle through and play through any scenario. And tonight, what I loved most about it was that now we have proof and evidence that needing to score 3 goals in a situation, we have that now in our back pocket. Not saying we ever want to be in that situation, but it's all about your learnings all through the season. And I think that this group has been excellent at finding a way to continue to learn in every single moment. And we don't focus on the standings. We rarely talk about 3 points until we get those 3 points. Then we talk about them. And so it's all about how we set ourselves up, how our process is set up, and how that's going to create longevity for our team.
Abby, where was the Michigan?
In Michigan.
I wish. Never really got a shot at it or chance below the net, but would have loved to. Thank you guys.
You.